on, guys? So today I'm gonna be changing my air intake with this K&N one. Right now it just has this one. It's not really even Nismo. I'm pretty sure whoever had this car before just put on a cheap air intake and then just put a sticker on it. And to be honest, I'm not quite liking the look of it. It all looks beat up and everything. So I thought I'd go ahead and change it with this one here. Alright, so first thing that I'm going to do to make it easier to be able to take it off is I'm going to go ahead and take this bar off. There's actually 4 bolts. There's one here, here, and actually this one back here is a nut. So there's those one there. And then it's the exact same thing on this side here. So I'll go ahead and get started with that. Alright, and now that the bar is off, I'm going to go ahead and get started by disconnecting the intake from here, and then disconnecting the mass airflow sensor, and then also removing it from up there. And actually, one thing to remember, I don't know if you can see it here because it's kind of dark, but there's actually a hose that connects to the air intake filter right here that also needs to be disconnected to as well. Now that I have the intake off, I can go ahead and show you. This was the hose right here. It actually connects from underneath, so it's kind of hard to get to, but I mean, it's not that bad. Alright, and now that we have it disconnected, I'll go ahead and get the new one installed. One thing that I noticed too is that this one has a throttle body spacer, so I'm going to have to go ahead and check and see if this one even fits with that one on there. Alright guys, so I went ahead and checked, and yeah, because of the throttle body spacer, the air intake is actually bumping right here onto the body of the car. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and remove it, so then hopefully after that it'll fit. So I went ahead and took the throttle body spacer off now, but now the issue we ran into is that now these are too long for just the normal throttle body and the computer right there. So now I'm gonna have to go ahead and find some smaller ones of these so that we can go ahead and put on there. As you guys can see, the original ones are a lot smaller than the ones that came with that throttle body spacer. So now that I found those, we can go ahead and start putting everything back together. Alright, now that that's all set, we're going to go ahead and test fit their intake tube again. Yep, now it definitely fits. I gotta remember to go ahead and connect the hose that goes underneath. So after trying to start from the top there and working my way down, I realized that it wasn't able to fit the casing in. So what I'm gonna go ahead and try to do is now went ahead and put the filter here inside its casing. So now I'm gonna try to work from the end, work my way back now. Alright, so now that I put everything in there, last thing I want to do before completely tightening everything is I want to make sure that the hood closes, because I don't know if you guys can tell, but that seems kind of high up there, so I'm going to go ahead and give that a shot here. Yep, and just as a thought, it doesn't want to close with it on. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually just putting the filter on without the kind of the protective casing around it. See how that goes. Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is remove these bolts right here. So then hopefully, I'm actually going to have to go ahead and remove the mass airflow sensor as well, so it can fit through in there, and then hopefully it will just slide out of the casing, and then we can go ahead and put it in like that. Alright, so now let's go ahead and see if it comes out. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's like a notch right there. You have to slide it out. Yep, there it goes. Alright, now we can set this off to the side. And now basically we would have to go ahead and bolt it up back just like that. And honestly, I think I would have preferred it to have the casing on, just because there's like less chance of like dirt and water getting into it. But the other one that I had, I mean, it was there and it was just the filter. Nothing bad seemed to happen. So hopefully, if we're lucky, this one won't let any water into it either. Now that we have it finished, we're going to go ahead and try that again. See, hopefully now everything fits in good. Alright, so everything seems to be fitting a lot better now, a lot less snug too. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten it down, then hopefully we should be good. Alright, so there it is, all placed and tightened down. So now again, I don't see there being an issue now closing the hood, but we're just going to go ahead and double check here. Yep, and it closes fine now. Alright, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple mod to do. I was just running into a lot of small little issues, but besides that, I mean, I like how this one looks a lot better too. It looks a lot more just slick and it doesn't stand out as compared to that one over there. That, I mean, I don't know why or who would want to add something that looks that hideous. But yep, there you guys go. Alright, see you guys in the next one.